Have you ever dreamed of marrying your idol? For most people, that remains just a teenage fantasy. But for Hailey Baldwin, now known as Hailey Bieber, that dream became a reality. The twist: a former friend named Dana claims that it wasn't love at first sight, but rather a master plan that took years of strategy, connections, and according to some, an obsession with imitating Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend, Selena Gomez. From orchestrated encounters to accusations of copying everything from tattoos to phrases in interviews, this story is a whirlwind of drama, ambition, and shadows that still haunt Hailey in 2025. And just when we thought the past was behind us, the news of Selena's engagement to Benny Blanco in December 2024 and an alleged interaction by Hailey with a TikTok video in March 2025 have reignited social media. Hold on tight, because we're going to unravel every detail of how Hailey, according to the accusations, went from being a fan screaming at concerts to becoming Mrs. Bieber. Let's go back to 2009. Justin Bieber was the undisputed king of the music charts. One Time and One Less Lonely Girl were playing everywhere, from teenage girls' headphones to mall radios. Bieber fever was a global craze. Girls fainting at concerts, posters covering bedroom walls, and fan forums filled with speculation about the idol's every move. Amidst this chaos, a 13-year-old girl named Hailey Baldwin was dreaming of more than just an autograph. But Hailey wasn't just any fan. As the daughter of actor Stephen Baldwin, she had a VIP pass to the world of celebrities that most people could only imagine. According to sources close to the family, Stephen didn't hesitate to use his Hollywood connections to give his daughter a face-to-face meeting with Justin, who was 15 at the time, on the set of The Today Show. It wasn't a spontaneous meeting. It was a carefully planned moment. Picture the scene: an excited teenager, probably with her heart racing a mile a minute in front of her idol. But this wasn't just a one-time encounter. Hailey started showing up at more of Justin's events as if by magic. She was at his concert in Rockefeller Plaza as part of the Toyota series, surrounded by screaming fans, but she wasn't in the stands. She was closer, in a privileged spot. Then, in 2010, we saw her in Los Angeles at the premiere of Justin's movie, Never Say Never. There is archival footage showing her on the purple carpet, watching Justin from the sidelines as he posed for the paparazzi. She wasn't just an ordinary fan getting lost in the crowd. She was someone who, according to the allegations, was beginning to weave a web to get closer to the center of Bieber's orbit. And this is where the story gets interesting. In a photo taken months after that premiere, Hailey appears holding a magazine with Justin on the cover, right next to his then-girlfriend, Selena Gomez. It's almost poetic, as if she were literally holding her future in her hands. Fans have analyzed that image endlessly, pointing out that it doesn't seem like a mere coincidence. Was Hailey, even at 13, already envisioning something bigger? Some would say she was just a teenager being a fan. But Dana's accusations suggest this was more than admiration. It was the first step in a plan that would take years to unfold. But before we get to the bombshells Dana dropped, there's more you need to know about those early days. Let's fast forward to 2011, when social media was changing the game for fans and celebrities. Twitter wasn't just a platform for sharing thoughts. It was a battleground where fan accounts became sources of information almost as reliable as the tabloids. This is where we meet Dana, a Justin Bieber superfan who ran a Twitter account with over 200,000 followers. This wasn't just any account. It was an intelligence operation worthy of the FBI, with minute-by-minute updates on Justin's movements, where he was, what he was doing, even what he was eating. For believers, following Dana was like having a virtual backstage pass. According to Dana, it was in this context that Hailey Baldwin, then a 15-year-old teenager, reached out to her through direct messages. It wasn't unusual for fans to interact with accounts like Dana's, but what Hailey did, according to the allegations, was different. Dinah claims that Hailey wasn't just looking for fan conversations. She wanted specific information about Justin's schedules and locations. Where would he be performing? Which hotel was he staying at? Which restaurants did he frequent? Dana, who at the time saw Hailey as an ally in the mission to support Justin, didn't suspect anything. But over time, she noticed a pattern. Every time she shared juicy details, Hailey seemed to be one step ahead, showing up at the same places as Justin as if by coincidence. This is where the story gets mind-blowing. Dana claims that Hailey not only used this information to be near Justin, but also took concrete steps to create those moments of chance encounters. For example, if Dana revealed that Justin was at a hotel in New York, Hailey, according to the accusations, would book a room at that same place or get a table at the hotel's restaurant. Imagine the logistics. A teenager coordinating her schedule to run into her idol not just once, but several times. Dana even shared screenshots of old tweets where Hailey talked about trivial details about Justin, like his height or whether he was still growing. Things that only someone with a deep interest would notice. In one tweet, Hailey apparently checked with Dana to see if a message Justin had sent to a fan was authentic, showing a level of attention that went beyond that of a typical fangirl. But Dana's most shocking revelation is about a fan project she organized in 2012, a recreation of the video for Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen, starring Justin and Selena, who were the couple of the moment. Dana gathered fans to make a homemade version. And guess who took part? Yes, Hailey. According to Dana, Hailey was not only in the project, but she enthusiastically got involved in recreating scenes from a video that celebrated Justin and Selena's relationship. It's a strange image. Hailey, who was supposedly plotting her way to Justin, taking part in a tribute to her romantic rival. Was she just another fan or a strategist playing the long game? Donna's accusations paint a picture of a young woman who knew exactly what she was doing, using social media as a tool to get closer to her goal. But this is just the beginning of the surprises. If you thought the story couldn't get any more intense, hold on, because here comes Selena Gomez, the figure who, according to many, has been both Hailey's muse and her shadow for years. Dana's accusations and those of the fans not only point out that Hailey wanted Justin, but also suggest that she studied Selena, Justin's girlfriend at the time, to shape herself into his ideal type. This isn't about random coincidences. It's a pattern that fans have documented with almost forensic precision, from outfits to tattoos, and even phrases in interviews that seem taken from a shared script. Let's start with fashion. Fans have compiled dozens of examples where Hailey appears wearing outfits almost identical to Selena's, sometimes just days apart. For example, in 2014, Selena was photographed wearing a wide-brimmed hat, a white t-shirt, and skinny jeans. A relaxed yet chic vibe. Less than a week later, Hailey posted a photo in a suspiciously similar outfit, even with the same type of hat. This didn't happen just once, but repeatedly, with accessories, poses, and even facial expressions that seemed straight out of a Selena handbook. Fans on Twitter and Reddit have created entire threads analyzing these coincidences, with comments like, "This isn't inspiration, it's a carbon copy." But fashion is just the tip of the iceberg. One of the most striking examples is the case of the tattoos. In June 2015, Selena got a G tattooed behind her ear as a tribute to her younger sister, Gracie. The design was small, delicate, almost unnoticeable. 12 days later, Hailey showed up with a tattoo of a G in the exact same spot. She said it was for Georgia, her pastor's daughter. But the timing raised eyebrows. Fans pointed out that not only was it the same design and location, but Hailey had never publicly mentioned Georgia before that. On social media, theories exploded. Was it a nod to Selena, a provocation, or simply an obsession? A TikTok user summed it up like this: "Don't tell me that's a coincidence. Hailey was giving cloning lessons." And then there are the interviews. In 2014, Selena gave a little-known talk for the movie Rudderless. an indie project that barely got any attention. In that interview, which was buried on a YouTube channel with fewer than 3,000 views, Selena said, "Someone asked me what is the thing I most want people to know about me, and I said I want them to know my heart." Months later, Hailey gave an interview where she said something eerily similar. "I want people to know who I really am, to know my heart." The phrase wasn't identical, but the similarity was undeniable, especially since Selena's quote wasn't from a viral interview, but from an obscure video that someone would have had to actively search for. Fans on Reddit called it the single white female moment, referring to the movie where one woman obsessively imitates another. Was Hailey, whether consciously or not, shaping her public image to resemble Selena's? These accusations aren't limited to the fans. Dana, Hailey's former friend, supported these theories by saying that Hailey had an almost academic interest in Selena, studying her moves, her interviews, and her relationship with Justin. According to Dana, Hailey didn't just want to be close to Justin, she wanted to be the person he would choose after Selena. It's a level of strategy that makes you wonder, was Hailey a love-struck fan or a chess player on a celebrity board? But even with all this planning, the path to Justin was no walk in the park. By 2014, Justin and Selena's relationship was a roller coaster, with breakups and reconciliations that kept fans on the edge of their seats. This was the moment when Hailey made a masterful move. Instead of continuing to appear as a persistent fan, she changed tactics and began to build genuine connections within Justin's circle. This is where Kendall and Kylie Jenner come in, two key figures in the celebrity world who shared a friendship with Justin. According to sources, Hailey approached the Jenners not just as an acquaintance, but as a close friend, which gave her natural access to the events and places where Justin hung out. Imagine the shift from being the girl who shows up at Justin's hotels to being invited to dinners and outings with him and his friends. Photos from that time show Hailey and Justin together in casual situations, like movie nights or dinners at Los Angeles restaurants. But what makes this stage fascinating are the rumors of behind-the-scenes maneuvering. One of the juiciest is about New Year's Eve 2014. According to the gossip at the time, Selena was planning to spend the holidays in Los Angeles, close to Justin, who was single after one of their breakups. But suddenly, Selena ended up in Dubai on a last-minute trip with Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid. Fans speculate that this trip was no coincidence, but rather a move to keep Selena away from Justin during a key moment. Who was behind it? No one knows for sure, but all eyes are on Hailey and her new circle of friends. If true, these kinds of moves show a level of strategy that goes beyond the typical admiration of a fan. Hailey wasn't just waiting for her turn, she was creating the conditions for that turn to come. And it worked. In 2015, photos of Hailey and Justin together became more frequent, from nights out to rumors that she had spent the night at his house. But even with this progress, Hailey faced competition. That year, Justin was seen with another girl, a model named Jade Pierce, and Hailey didn't just sit back and do nothing. In a moment that fans still remember, Hailey posted a video on Instagram where she asked her driver to change the radio station when a song by Jade came on. It was a subtle move, but a clear one, a sign that she wasn't willing to give up any ground. But while Hailey was playing her cards, something bigger was about to happen. The year 2018 was a whirlwind that changed everything. After years of breakups and reconciliations, Justin and Selena had a brief reunion at the beginning of the year, fueling the hopes of Jelena fans. But the relationship fell apart again, and before anyone could process it, Justin was engaged to Hailey. Yes, engaged. In July 2018, just months after his last breakup with Selena, Justin proposed to Hailey in the Bahamas. And they didn't stop there. In September of that year, they got married in a secret ceremony in New York. It was such a fast move that it left fans and the media dizzy. True love or an epic rebound? On the podcast Call Her Daddy in 2022, Hailey addressed the speculation that she had stolen Justin from Selena. Her response was firm. "I was never with him while he was in a relationship with anyone, period. When we started dating, he wasn't in any relationship. It's not my style to get involved in someone else's relationship. I was raised better than that." Her words were clear, but they didn't silence the doubts. Fans pointed out that the engagement and wedding happened in record time, and social media was flooded with theories. Some said that Justin, emotionally drained after his relationship with Selena, threw himself into Hailey's arms as a way to find stability. Others suggested that Hailey, after years of waiting, seized the perfect moment to seal the deal. But even after the wedding, the tensions did not disappear. In a 2020 interview, Justin spoke about a period of silence with Hailey before their engagement, admitting that he had done something immature and stupid that hurt her. "I did something that really hurt her, and that damaged the image she had of me," he said. He also confessed that Hailey had done things that hurt him as well, creating a cycle of mutual pain. What exactly happened? No one knows, but speculation ranges from infidelities to impulsive decisions related to his mental health. What is clear is that even with the ring on her finger, Hailey couldn't escape comparisons to Selena. And just when it seemed like things were calming down, a new storm was about to arrive. December 2004 marked a turning point in this saga. Selena Gomez, who had kept a relatively low profile when it came to her love life, announced her engagement to music producer Benny Blanco. The news was an earthquake on social media, not only because of the happiness of Selena's fans, but also because it reignited the drama of the love triangle. Hours after the announcement, Justin posted a meme on Instagram of Gollum, the character obsessed with the ring in The Lord of the Rings, with the caption, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." The timing was just too perfect, and fans were quick to interpret it as a veiled jab at Selena. A tweet about Justin's post reached 3.6 million views, with users saying things like, "Justin is losing his mind because Selena moved on," or "This is the most pathetic thing he's done in years." But Justin wasn't the only one in the eye of the storm. In March 2025, a TikTok creator claimed that Hailey had liked a video mocking Selena and Benny, insinuating that their relationship was a sham. The video went viral, racking up millions of views before Hailey's team released a statement denying the accusation. "This is a fabricated narrative meant to fuel drama that doesn't exist," said a representative. Hailey did not interact with that content. However, the damage was already done. Selena's fans, known for their fierce loyalty, flooded social media with hashtags like #NonTeamSelena, sparking a wave of memes and comments that painted Hailey as the eternal villain. A TikTok video comparing Selena and Hailey's careers racked up 10 million views, with one comment saying, "Selena builds an empire, Hailey chases shadows." This wasn't the first time Hailey faced criticism for her alleged obsession with Selena. In 2019, when Selena released "Lose You to Love Me," a ballad many interpreted as a farewell to Justin, Hailey responded by posting a screenshot of herself listening to "I'll Kill You" by Summer Walker. She insisted it was just a coincidence, but the fans didn't buy the excuse. In 2023, during the infamous Brogate, Hailey and Kylie Jenner were accused of mocking Selena after she posted a TikTok about a mishap with her eyebrows. Although Hailey denied any intention, the hashtag Team Selena generated 1.8 billion views, showing the power of Selena's fans. These incidents, combined with Dana's accusations, have created a persistent narrative. Hailey can't escape Selena's shadow no matter how hard she tries. But is it fair to blame her for everything? With the Bieber last name secured, Hailey achieved what many would consider the ultimate dream: global fame, over 50 million Instagram followers, contracts with luxury brands, and her own skincare line, Rhode. From a branding perspective, it's an overwhelming success. But Dana's accusations and the constant social media drama raise a deeper question. At what cost? According to Dana, Hailey spent her formative years from 13 to 22 focused on a single goal: becoming Justin's wife. While other young women her age were exploring their passions, studying, or discovering who they were, Hailey, according to the accusations, was weaving a web of connections, studying her competition, and shaping her image to fit into Justin's world. This narrative is not just a criticism, it's a psychological reality. Personal development experts say that the teenage years and early 20s are crucial for forming one's own identity. But if the accusations are true, Hailey spent those years becoming someone else, the woman Justin would choose. Even after the wedding, the comparisons with Selena have not stopped. When Hailey announced her pregnancy in May 2024, a moment that should have been hers, Selena's name was trending on Twitter. Fans speculated about how Justin felt, whether he still thought about his ex, or if the baby would change the dynamic. It was a harsh reminder that, for many, Hailey is still the other woman in the story of Justin and Selena. And then there's the impact on their marriage. Although Justin and Hailey have been married for more than 5 years, an impressive milestone in the world of celebrities, they have not been free from rumors. In February 2024, Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, posted a cryptic message on Instagram asking for prayers for the couple, which sparked speculation about a divorce. Fans have also noticed that Justin and Hailey often arrive at events in separate cars, and some rumors suggest that they don't always live together. The darker rumors, which should be taken with skepticism, mention mental health issues, tensions caused by fame, and even alleged infidelities. One persistent, though unconfirmed theory claims that the brief reconciliation between Justin and Selena in 2018 involved an unplanned pregnancy that ended in a loss, which would have deeply affected both of them and hastened Justin's engagement to Hailey. These speculations, although unverified, show how the past continues to affect the present. But perhaps the greatest cost is the question of authenticity. Fans and critics alike wonder, who is Hailey Bieber beyond being Justin's wife? Her brand, Rhode, has been compared to Selena's rare beauty, and her cooking show, What's in My Kitchen, was accused of imitating Selena plus Chef. Even her friendships, like those with Kendall Jenner and Justine Skye, are intertwined with Justin's world, leading some to wonder if Hailey has an identity of her own. As one commenter on Reddit put it, Hailey got everything she wanted, but who is she when you take away the Bieber last name? It's a question that resonates in an era where fame and authenticity often collide. But before we close this story, there is a final chapter that we cannot ignore. The story of Hailey Bieber, according to Dana's accusations, is one of the most fascinating and divisive in modern pop culture. It's the story of a young woman who, since she was 13, dreamed of a future alongside Justin Bieber and, through a combination of connections, strategy, and, according to some, an obsession with imitating Selena Gomez, made it come true. From her first encounters orchestrated by her father to her rise as a friend of the Jenners and her whirlwind marriage. With Justin, Hailey navigated the world of celebrities with a precision that some call brilliant and others criticize as calculating. But even after achieving her goal, the shadows of the past, especially Selena's, continue to haunt her. In December 2024, when Selena announced her engagement to Benny Blanco, and in March 2025, when Hailey was accused of interacting with content mocking Selena, it became clear that this drama is far from over. Social media, from Twitter to TikTok, has turned this love triangle into a never-ending soap opera, with millions of views, memes, and theories analyzing every move. For some, Hailey is a genius of personal branding, someone who understood that in the age of social media, marrying a star is the ultimate power move. For others, she is a tragic figure, trapped by her own ambition, unable to escape comparisons with Selena or to find her own voice. So what does this saga leave us with? It's a reflection on fame, authenticity, and the extremes some people will go to in order to achieve their dreams. Hailey Bieber, according to Dana, erased the line between fan, friend, and wife, transforming stan culture into something entirely new. But the final question is this: was it worth it? Is the Bieber last name a trophy that opens doors to fame and fortune, or a cage that keeps her trapped in a narrative she can't control? We want to know what you think. Is Hailey a master strategist or someone who sacrificed too much for a name? Leave your thoughts in the comments, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more stories that will keep you glued to the screen. Because in the world of celebrities, one thing is certain: the drama never ends.